Hello friends, welcome to our channel Center for Sociology and welcome to our these sociology classes where we have been discussing certain important issues related to sociology optional dear friend. And in same series of lectures again I am here to discuss with you people one very important issue that has been in current news, that is unrest going on in Nepal dear friend. So not every day dear friend you will find that protests and movements are taking place. And not every day you will find that such protests and movements, they are able to reach its climax, dear friend. So there are lots of things that are relevant from your sociology perspective that we are going to discuss in this particular session, in this particular class. So session start करेंगे दोस्तों. एक बहुत ही अच्छा सेशन, बट सेशन स्टार्ट करने से पहले थोड़ी सी बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन मेरे बारे में दोस्तों. माय नेम इज पंकज शुक्ला एंड आई हैव बीन टीचिंग sociology optional since last more than 1 decade. And in your preparation journey, if you have any doubt, any query related to sociology optional, dear friend, you can connect with me through these social media platform and you can ask your doubts related to sociology. So now let's start with our main discussion, dear friend, that why such protests and movements are taking place in Nepal, dear friend. What are the sociological perspective? So now we will try to discuss it from the lens of sociology, from sociological imagination. So देखिए, when you learn sociology syllabus from UPSC point of view, you will find that protest, agitation, movement, collective action, they are part of one unit known as politics and society. But if you go through this development that is going on in Nepal, number of things, dear friend, number of sociological concepts you can relate with these developments. You can relate the concept of enemy with the kind of the violence, the kind of the chaos, the kind of the disorder is going on. How authority of state or legitimacy of state is going to be challenged, that you can relate, dear friend. How new social movements are emerging in contemporary world, how a sense of relative deprivation, it may give a sense of frustration among youth. कैसे civil society and state dynamics you will be able to relate in this development, and how social change is taking place in modern society, how new kind of the modern elite is challenging traditional elite in political spectrum, that also you will be able to relate. And most importantly, dear friend, what is the role of digital media? Digital media का role क्या है in bringing such kind of the protest, agitation and social movement? All these concepts you can relate, you can develop a understanding related to the developments that are going on इन नेपाल, डियर फ्रेंड. तो बहुत सारे सोशोलॉजी के कॉन्सेप्ट हैं जिनको आप रिलेट कर सकते हैं. और देखिए, व्हेन आई से दैट व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग सोशोलॉजी मेंस इन यूपीएससी एग्जामिनेशन, डियर फ्रेंड, हाउ यू कैन इंटरलिंक, हाउ कैन यू रिलेट विथ कंटेम्प्रेरी डेवलपमेंट, दैट इज अ की टू स्कोर गुड मार्क्स. सो इन परस्पेक्टिव से हम जानने की कोशिश करेंगे दैट हाउ दीज डेवलपमेंट्स आर टेकिंग प्लेस इन केस ऑफ नेपाल. सबसे पहले दोस्तों, I am trying to explain you that not every day such kind of the protests and movements they take place. So when you discuss about social movements, number of theories you learn, that these are those theories that try to explain why a protest or movement it originates, how it proceeds, how it reaches its peak. And one such theory is theory of relative deprivation, dear friend. And in relative deprivation we discuss that relative deprivation is nothing but a socio-psychological condition, a sense of sociological deprivation, and how this relative deprivation theory can explain the development that are going on in Nepal. So देखिए, नेपाल में जो young Nepali youth है दोस्तों, these young Nepali youth in era of globalization, when they are getting exposed to internet, so they are comparing themselves with the global youth. So these Nepali youth, they are getting exposed to the internet, they are developing a youth identity, and when they compare themselves with the global youth, they develop a sense of relative poverty, and that relative poverty, dear friend, that intensified the frustration among these youth. And because of that you will find that in this protest, in this movement, most of the participants, they are the youth, dear friend. On one side, educated generation, जिसको आप बोल रहे हैं Gen Z generation, dear friend. On one side, educated youth are there, and these educated youth, they are looking at these political elite, the kind of the life they have been living, and the kind of the life common Nepali youth is living, which is characterized by high rate of unemployment, dear friend. Huge pressure to migrate from Nepal to other countries for employment opportunities. Inequalities are widening, dear friend. It is not about absolute poverty. It is about widening inequality in context of Nepali society, dear friend. And because of that, you will find that on one side, ruling elite, they are living a very luxurious life, dear friend. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि ruling elite, they are living a very luxurious life, while common man, dear friend, they are struggling. Common man, they have been struggling. So the elite life versus life of a common man, it gives you a sense of relative deprivation, and that relative deprivation that has been felt by these young Nepali youth, that is one major reason for the protests and movements that are going on in Nepal. But whenever such movements or such protests they emerge, always there exists a trigger event, a spark, from where a spark comes, dear friend. So in this case, dear friend, the trigger event was ban on social media, and repeatedly we have discussed, बार बार हमने आपके साथ डिस्कस किया कि देखिए आज के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आप अपना जो ओपिनियन बनाते हैं, आप अपना जो पर्सपेक्टिव बनाते हैं, यू फॉर्मुलेट योर पर्सपेक्टिव, यू फॉर्मुलेट योर ओपिनियन अबाउट दिस सोशल वर्ल्ड through social media, dear friend. Social media in recent times, dear friend, it has emerged one important tool, dear friend. It has become one important tool for organizing as well as expressing your opinion. So on one side, old elite dominance is there. On the other side, new elites are emerging, dear friend. New elites are emerging. And these new elites, they very well know the significance and role of social media, that how using social media, a new identity can be formed, and that is really happening in case of Nepal, dear friend. So जहाँ एक तरफ जो ट्रेडिशनल मूवमेंट्स होते थे वो क्लास बेस्ड मूवमेंट होते थे, रिच वर्सेस पुअर, blacks versus white, in this manner. But now we have discussed that new social movements, they are taking place on the basis of collective identity. And this time what has happened? Number of slogans have been used, number of memes have been used, where you are trying to create a new identity of this Gen Z and this youth in Nepal, dear friend. They are coming out in open and they are saying that despite the fact this movement can be called as leaderless, despite the fact some people they may call it programless, but this movement is highly decentralized, dear friend. This movement is spontaneous, and these were the characteristics. These were the characteristics of new social movements that we have repeatedly discussed. So एक नए तरीके का social movement है दोस्तों. Generally in traditional social movement, what you could identify that some leadership is there, some organization is there, some ideology is there, some organized structure, bureaucratic structure is there, but that you will not find in case of the protests and movements that are going on in Nepal. So leaderless, decentralized, spontaneous and network, these are the features of new social movement. अब डिजिटल मीडिया का क्या रोल है दोस्तों? बार बार हमने आपके साथ डिस्कस किया that in these protests and movements you realize that digital media has acted as a tool for organizing people. At the same time, it has emerged as a symbol of freedom. It has emerged as a symbol of resistance. So by banning social media or by banning digital media, you cannot silence youth. Rather, it will increase their enthusiasm for resistance. So that is how digital media has played one very important role in these recent protests and movements, dear friend. अब देखिए वेबर के केस में हम बार बार ऐसा पढ़ते हैं कि those who are exercising power, exercise of power should be regarded as just, fair and legitimate by those on whom it is being exercised. जो लोग पावर एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं उनकी जो पावर है, जिनके ऊपर एक्सरसाइज की जा रही है, उन्हें जस्ट, फेयर और लेजिटिमेट लगनी चाहिए. तो यहां पर हमने ऐसा डिस्कस किया बट हमने बार बार आपके साथ डिस्कस किया दैट nowadays most of the state across world, they are going for moral consent for securing legitimacy and not for coercion. And when in case of Nepal, the state went for coercive control, the state went for state-led violence, army was called, dear friend. Firing took place in which number of youth they died. People, they came out in open and again and again we have discussed that whenever in a democracy protests they take place, protests are a form of exercising political accountability. Protests, they are a form of challenging your legitimacy. But if you try to suppress that protest, if you try to suppress that agitation through force, it may backfire, जो कि हुआ कहाँ पर, नेपाल के केस में. अब आप पाएंगे कि देखिए प्रोटेस्ट हो रहा है और आप यूज कर रहे हैं किसका, मिलिट्री का. लीगली यू हैव पावर टू यूज मिलिट्री, दैट वी हैव डिस्कस गोइंग बाय द मैक्स वेबर, बट social legitimacy goes down, dear friend. Even though using armed forces, that is a prerogative of state, ये आपका exclusive right है, but आपकी जो social legitimacy है, ये definitely goes down if you start using force, dear friend. Then another important aspect, that is aspect of anomie, dear friend. Anomie, according to Durkheim, is a state of normlessness. और जब भी देखिए जो सोसाइटी है आपको लेजिटिमेट अपॉर्चुनिटी प्रोवाइड नहीं कर पाती, समाज में सोशल मोबिलिटी के एवेन्यूज नहीं है, यूथ दे फील डिसइल्यूजन, देयर इज नो चांस फॉर गेटिंग जॉब्स. सो इन सच सिनेरियो, डियर फ्रेंड, अ सेंस ऑफ नॉर्मलेसनेस इमर्जेस, a sense of chaos, a sense of disorder emerges. और इसलिए पाएंगे कि जो मोस्ट ऑफ द पार्टिसिपेंट है इन मूवमेंट में, दीज आर डिसइल्यूजन यूथ. यूथ चाहते क्या है, देखिए यूथ चाहते हैं, they want dignity, they want job, they want honorable life, but social structure is like that their goals and the means that they are available, there is a mismatch. So Merton says that such anomie will emerge whenever there will be mismatch between goals, that is dignity and job, and means are not available, dear friend. Means are not available. So again it will give rise to a sense of what? Frustration. And that frustration is leading to what? Protest. Most importantly, हमने आपके साथ बात की ग्रेमेस्की के बारे में, और ये ग्रेमेस्की बात करते हैं क्राइसिस ऑफ स्टेट की, और यहाँ पर बताते हैं कि देखिए जो रूलिंग एलीट है, जब वो अपनी अथॉरिटी को कंसेंट के थ्रू मेंटेन नहीं कर पाते हैं और कोशिश करते हैं उसे मेंटेन करने की फोर्स के थ्रू, देन अ लेजिटिमेसी ऑफ स्टेट इमर्जेस. And that legitimacy of state in case of Nepal, dear friend, it is giving rise to protest and agitation. Youth organization, informal group, as a part of the civil society, dear friend, they have come forward and they have organized these protests against state. So again you can connect it with state and civil society dynamics. So इस तरह के बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं दोस्तों. एक तरफ मॉडर्न टेक सेवी यूथ हैं, दूसरी तरफ ट्रेडिशनल पॉलिटिकल एलीट है जो लास्ट 30-40 ईयर्स से इस कंट्री को रूल कर रहे हैं दोस्तों. बट दे हैव नॉट बीन एबल टू प्रोवाइड स्टेबिलिटी, दे हैव नॉट बीन एबल टू एड्रेस द चेंजिंग डायनेमिक्स ऑफ नेपाली पॉपुलेशन. जस्ट लाइक इन केस ऑफ इंडिया, डियर फ्रेंड, percentage of youth population is increasing. In Nepal also, percentage of youth population is increasing. So these tech-savvy youth versus these traditional elite, this kind of the contradiction, dear friend, that is also responsible for protests and agitation that are going on in Nepal. So बहुत सारे ऐसे sociological concepts हैं जिनके साथ आप इन protest and agitation को relate कर सकते हैं. I hope that if such kind of the question comes in your examination, you will be able to relate it. और देखिए अगर आप में से कोई ऐसा है जो 2026 एग्जाम के लिए सोशोलॉजी ऑप्शनल के साथ प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, एंड इफ दे आर कंफ्यूज अबाउट प्रॉपर गाइडेंस, सो वी एट द एनालिटिक्स आईएएस, डियर फ्रेंड, वी आर गोइंग टू लॉन्च a new foundation batch starting from 15th of September. If you are really looking for a comprehensive one-stop solution for your sociology need, you can join this batch. If you have any doubt, you can connect with us on the given number that is given below, dear friend. Thank you to all for joining me and for staying with me.